Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Or more specifically, re-edutainment. I will be re-edutating. I can't even say it. I will be re-edutaining on Monica Rambeau. Why? Because she's popular right now. And I just want to give the proper credence to her. I want people to understand going in the cinematic version of Monica Rambeau you are about to see this November is probably not, if Marvel Studios holds true to what they always do, it's not going to be true to the character. So I want you to understand who the character is so you can see how out of character the character is going to be cinematically and how out of character the character was on the WandaVision series. The circumstances in which she becomes a metahuman, superhuman, whatever you want to call it, altered human, are off the reservation. And understand, a lot of these off the reservation productions have not been as successful as they could be because they stray too far away from the source material. I said it, I'll keep saying it until somebody shows me different, hard for show that you can just take a character and drop them and it works 100% of the time, because that's not a guaranteed formula. It's a hit and miss. You want to work with guaranteed formulas. But I'm yammering on. I don't want this to go on too long. I'm going to let y'all dive off into that bid, and then I'm going to come back at the end with a little bit of post-work. Okay, but before we talk about Photon, one Monica Rambeau, a.k.a. Photon, was not always called Photon. Okay, she's had several names. And what I want to share with you today are the actual comic book issues in which she took her various names. And of course, we know about the now legendary Amazing Spider-Man King Size Annual number 16, way back in 1982. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the comic in which she takes her first name. Now, here's a strange thing about this comic right here. The first time we express who she is, the comic book says right there in red and blue, call her Captain Marvel. She doesn't refer to herself as Captain Marvel until much later in the book when she comes across the Baxter building, because she's built to critical mass and she's about to explode like 1,000 megaton bomb, and just happens to come in. You know what? I show you. Right here. She's coming into the Baxter building after they've had a battle with Terax the Tamer. And I feel like it's ironic that she says, what a mess. It looks like someone went through here with a battle axe. What does a place that's been gone through with a battle axe looks like? Anyway. She's looking, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes Ben Graham. Oh, the thing, you started me. I do that to a lot of people. Who the devil are you? And there, that is the first time ever she refers to herself as Captain Marvel. Now, the next name she comes across, Photon, right? And that took place, this comic right here, Avengers Unplugged Number 5. Back in 1995. Now, looky here. That there is the controller she's dealing with. And the controller has put one of his slave discs on the back of her head and is sapping her power and controlling her. He wants to make sure he is, excuse me, sorry about that. He wants to make sure he's in control of her. So with that cigar, he burns her. Now, when you're under the controller's control, you're aware of what's going on. You just can't stop yourself from doing it. And there, burned with a cigarette, but anybody can resist that. Let me be sure. So good. It's like he's eating her face. Anyway, though, this is the comic book. And off she goes. I don't like the art in this comic book. MC Wyman does the art. Sorry, MC Wyman, your art is not making me feel very good. Now, there's a whole bunch of rigmarole and fighting between her and Genus Vell, the son of the original Captain Marvel. And so they're going at it pretty hot and heavy. Fighting, that is. Trying to do his old man proud, I guess. And he finally manages to lay her out. And then the Avengers come in. But that's not what we're here for. After everything is said and done, Monica, I've been thinking you seem like a lady who's got it all together. I mean, I was all set to pound that Turtog into primordial ooze, but you looked beyond your rage and saw the helplessness in his eyes. What I'm trying to say is you deserve the Captain Marvel name more than me. Thank you, Genus, but the name is your legacy. Make your father proud. It's time I take control of my life and stop living in other people's shadows. I've been toying with a name change more suited to my abilities, and that name is Photon. And that is the first time she refers to or fools with the idea of calling herself Photon, a name which is in line with what she can do. Now, she has a third name. She has a third name. She has a third name. And that one occurred in the New Thunderbolts #6 in 2005, I believe it was. Don't let all of this rigmarole going on with Radioactive Man, Namor, and the Thunderbolt throw you off. Fabian Nicieza is the writer. He's always written good stories. I enjoyed him on Spider-Man and a couple other books. And Cliff Richards, art, decent. As you can see, Namor and the Radioactive Man going at it. But that's not what we're here for. Now, here we see Genus Vell, and he has started referring to himself by the name Photon. What? You're calling yourself Photon? And that is exactly why Monica Rambeau is hovered above Manhattan. And he's got to go talk to her. Genus, you took my name again. Monica, I didn't know. You were with me when I chose it. I'm sorry, really, I forgot. I mean, can't we laugh about it? Seriously, what are the odds, right? You have a lot of growing up to do still, Genius, but that darn smile of yours makes it real hard to stay mad. So, what are we going to do? They're going to go have a drink and they're talking about it. Here we go. Photon with an F. That's dumb. Star Night. He's giving out some lame names. Sunwind, phase. Phase with an F. Pulsar, Polestar, Pole Dancer. Pole Dancer? Wait a second. Pulsar. I like that one. I don't. I didn't mean for you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first time she is referred to herself as Pulsar. We got one more. We got one more. We got one more before she went back to Photon. And that last one occurs in the pages of Mighty Avengers #1 from 2013. Look at her back there in the back. So there's the Black Order, Thanos doing his thing. But again, that's not what we're here for. We are introduced to the Mighty Avengers fighting the Plunderer, who happens to be the brother of one Savage Land ruler, Kazar, aka Kevin Plunder. And this man's name is Parnival. Yeah, Carnival with a P. Parnival Plunder. Wow. Only in the UK. And there's Luke, my man Luke Cage, handling business with Luke Cage Jr. I guess he's calling himself Power Man. Luke Cage, White Tiger, oops, forgot Power Man there. And Otto Octavius is the superior Spider-Man. And rounding out that roster, chasing Blue Streak, who thinks he's fast, but he's not faster than light. And Monica is basically trying to hip him to that fact. And she can be all of those forms of energy that are faster than Blue Streak. And he's trying to get away, but how do you get away from light moving at light speed? And real quick, she's going to end this. That was a finger snap, by the way, y'all. She's called Spectrum now. So at this point, she's already using the name Spectrum, which is also in line with what she can do. And now she refers to herself as Photon again, which is also an appropriate name for her power set. So those are the comics and the names that Monica Rambeau has had, currently using Photon. Did you enjoy it? Drop it in les comments. So that's a little bit of who Monica Rambeau is, who she's been, what she's been through, kind of. You know, but in order to understand that, you would have to understand the source material. And I'm not saying pick up a comic book and read it in its entirety. I've done that for you. So just hear me when I say the Marvels in November is not going to be the Monica Rambeau that those of us who do frequent the comic book universe have come to know to be that character. Just in that character. Hopefully y'all don't spend too much money learning what you could have learned right here. But I mean, to each his own. I ain't gonna knock nobody for doing what they want to do with their money. Spend your money, do what you want to do. Just know we had this conversation. A lot of conversations are coming to light that people called us crackpots and crazy and all of that. This is gonna be another one of them. Calling it in advance. I ain't tripping, just keeping it real. As if for now, but fret not, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.